Dead or Alive may not have been the series that introduced me to fighting games, but it definitely defined what I expect from them. When I heard Koei Tecmo announce that they were bringing DOA to PS4, I got excited. I knew I wanted to make a video for it, and thanks to some friends convincing, I decided to review the game. Now, some of you might be wondering what PVC means. Why is this abbreviation in the title of the video? Well, it simply means pros versus cons. So how I review a game is to present 3 positive and negative aspects of the game, and in the end, I say what I think about it and give a rating. So without further ado, here we go. Pro! The fighting, which is the main gameplay, is extremely solid and very satisfying. Each move you make flows so well. It's even satisfying to mess around in practice mode. I can't even count how many times I just hit random in the verses and win at it. It didn't matter who the character was, even if I wasn't good with them. I just enjoyed the gameplay that much. Every character feels like they have weight, and there's no ragdoll physics. It actually feels like there's more realistic COD! Many of the new characters just don't feel like they have much individuality. I haven't seen them in the story mode, so I can't say this about their characteristics, but I feel like I've seen their movesets in other games. Now, the characters that were originally added in DOA 5 Vanilla are great, but overall, the characters added since Ultimate's release just seem like they have no personality, both as characters and fighters. Pro! There are so many costumes given right off the bat. Some of these are nods to past DOA games, while some are references to other Koei Tecmo games, like football outfits that say Tecmo Bowl on them, and even straight up having Ayane dressed as Wang Yuanji from Dynasty Warriors. Now some of you might be thinking, but Chris, I want to unlock the costumes, that's part of the fun. Well, there's still tons of costumes to unlock, and so much DLC. COD! Speaking of the DLC, it's way too expensive for my blood. I know I'm still going to buy some of it, but due to these prices, I'm not going to buy it all. The costumes are about $2 each, with some discounts being given to themed bundles. And there is a season pass for fuck! Pro! If you're short on cash but you want to give this game a try, there is a free-to-play version called Dead or Alive 5 Last Round Core Fighters, available for PS4 and Xbox One owners. There are only 3 characters made available, and as a free-to-play game, you pay for the rest of the characters. But as long as you know who you want, it's really easy to get set up. As well, you can still connect to the servers and battle online with other players with the full game, as well as Ultimate players, apparently. COD! Though it's nice to see a free-to-play version out there, in the end, it's much more expensive than the retail release. It's great if you want to budget and every week you buy a new character. $4 a week doesn't seem too bad, but when you consider that there are 30 characters, that's a total of $120. Now you can buy the bundle for $51, but also keep in mind that the story mode isn't even made available for this version, and that's going to cost you another $14. In the end, you might as well buckle under the $40 price tag of the full game. I don't even know why the bundle exists for $51. It should be dropped down to $35, while the story could drop to $10. That would still leave the free-to-play version being priced slightly higher than the full release. Luckily, I purchased the full game, the most cost-efficient way of buying this game. In the end, I would still have to say my main issues with the game don't affect how much I enjoy it. After all my griping about the DLC costing too much, it all boils down to this. I'm cheap. And it's all costumes. There's no extra story, there's no extra characters, or anything that may make me feel like I'm missing out on something. So really, it doesn't affect me. I'm still going to love playing this game. So my final rating for Dead or Alive 5 Last Round is an 8.5 out of 10. It would be higher if it weren't for the fact that the new characters just feel like reprints, but overall this is still a great fighting game that I would recommend to anyone. And I would still even recommend trying out the core fighters. But if you're tempted to buy everything, just get the full game to save yourself a little bit of money.